for the weather now. And I was going to say one diva to another, but you're absolutely not a diva, Lily. A diva in the best way.
A less likely diva are you likely to find? Unbelievable. I can only apologise.
Diva in the best way. Let's talk about the weather. Did you manage to get out in the sunshine this morning?
Well, do you know what? I got out when it was dry. The sun had sort of gone by the time I was on my lunch break because it was really blink and you miss it. But we can't complain because finally there was a little bit of a window and a bit of a break in those clouds this morning. So if you were lucky and if you were out and about, you might have caught some sunny spells for a brief time before the all too familiar cloud and the rain made its way back in. But for those of you who did get out, we had some lovely photos through today. Blue skies for a time in Jersey and in some birds tentatively putting their beaks out, testing the dry conditions for a time because it's not lasting all that long at the moment.
We had those pictures of Guernsey a little earlier in the sun. It kind of reminded me exactly what it looked like. Extraordinary. But yesterday, of course, it carried on raining and it got harder and harder, didn't it?
Yes, well, you might remember I said yesterday, up until sort of that point, we'd had about half the month's rainfall already. But now that yesterday's totals included, we're more like 3/4 of this month's rain because we did have a lot, almost half a centimetre in just 10 minutes. And you can see that here on the radar. It's those bright. We get today's totals as well will be near to the month's rain, I imagine, because we also had a similar picture today, another heavy burst with those red colours in the afternoon.
And we know it's been such a miserable January this year. Last week we heard it's one of the wettest ever. Now the official figures are in. Just how miserable was it?
Yeah, well, wettest ever means quite a lot of rain throughout the month. And we've got the exact totals here now, around 5 millimetres across Jersey and Guernsey throughout January. So it was on the wet side. But we had average sun and around average temperatures. Of course, being winter, it means only around 2 hours a day and still not that warm, temperatures of 7.5 degrees. But let's get all the details of how warm it's going to be over the next few days. Well, we did have a bit of brightness this morning before that cloud and the rain set in. And actually, once again, as we head into tomorrow, we should have some sunny spells in store. Still a few showers interspersed throughout the day, but some brightness at least in between that, rather than the cloudy conditions and persistent rain. It's also going to be quite windy, the breeze picking up overnight and into tomorrow. We could have gusts of around 45 miles an hour, so it's feeling a little bit blustery out there, but temperatures are still mild. We're a few degrees above the average for this time in February. It will, though, take a dip off briefly as we head overnight Friday into Saturday, feeling quite cold just for the day before the mild weather returns. Back to the here and now then. Tonight we have still got some showers that are passing through, quite murky, cloudy conditions with mist and fog, and some of those showers thinning out as we head towards dawn, a bit clearer later on, but that's when the breeze will pick up. The winds coming from the northwest, ramping up to around a fresh force 5 to strong force 6. And it's staying breezy into tomorrow. As you can see, still a few showers in the picture, but in between those, where we get those dry interludes, we should also hopefully have some sunny spells and some brightness to enjoy. And actually the showers slightly dying out in the middle part of the day. So fingers crossed for some dry and bright weather at times tomorrow with highs of 11 degrees Celsius. Let's check those tide times now between 1:30 and 2:30 in the morning. Later on between 2:30 and 3:30. So moving through the week, we've still got a showery flow in place. So we've got some brightness, but some rain to make our way through and turning colder into Saturday.